Well, our book is finally released. Regular copy obviously wouldn't have this. This is preprint copy. It takes like a month to get authors copies, but still how to make it. I mean, it's available on Amazon. This is like a decade of research, information on ancient texts, scriptures, Bible as well, put together by me and my brother. I mean, each of us has spent 10 years. Here's the back. People are wondering why we put these. We think it's pretty important. We talk about it in the book as well. There's our Earth reflected. It's really not that long of a book. It's about 180 pages. It's not about having a long book, because people get into like ego when it comes to pages, but want it to be kind of short form. I know for me personally, a 400 or 500 page plus book can be a little intimidating at times. This is more of like kind of guidance, right? We know, we can see with the, especially the election of Trump, that people want a change right now and they're looking towards truth. They just don't know where it's at necessarily, like where to be guided to, where to start, where to begin. That's what this is really for. It's touching on a lot of different subjects to help you know where to look or know what to look for, and to further search for those, while giving a good baseline of unifying, right? Our body is our temple, and to have a healthy temple, it can't just be physical, or it can't just be mental, it can't just be spiritual. It has to be all of those. So this is about health and unifying all of the health of the physical, the mental, the spiritual, and even the metaphysical. I mean, the esoteric. It's all in here. And we even made it like 13 font, because I don't like small words. So it's really about a 2 to 2.5 hour read. It's, if you were to sit down at one time to read it all, wouldn't recommend that. I don't think anyone would recommend that for any book, because it's hard to digest everything. But I mean, if you broke that down like 10-20 minutes each time, it's not very long at all. Just to touch on the table of contents here, where we talk about starting with the Garden of Eden, then fasting, and then density and its relation, or how we get gravity mixed up with that, but density and buoyancy, they're only true things. And then water, especially talking about Veda Austin, going deep about just her being on the forefront of water and how amazing and interesting it is. And fractals, how everything is fractal, circles upon circles upon circles, how everything is really related. And then chapter 6, Taurus field, then spirituality, and then the sun, moon, and stars, which is chapter 8, which is the biggest chapter, probably my favorite. And it has a lot in there, but I didn't want to break it into different chapters, about getting it all concise in this one little thing, and it was all based on the same topic. So, and then grounding is the next chapter. Really just multiple different healthy habits, and then the keys to a good life. It's not doomsday. And the last one is the 1 meal a day lifestyle, and our challenge, the Easy 28 challenge. Like, kind of stole it from South Park, easy pay, e-pay. So the Easy 28, because it really is easy. It's literally just like eat less. I mean, that's a really simplified version of it, but I mean, the challenge itself is right here in the back of the book, and it just in more preciseness talks about this little Easy 28 challenge that, I mean, it's very, very cheap to do. If anything, probably cheaper than your regular habits, and you only have stuff to reap from that, to gain. Like, you're not losing anything except for maybe like unwanted body fat, right? The Easy 28 challenge is just about eating less, eating 1 meal a day, and then fasting 1 day a week for 28 days, Easy 28. So I mean, obviously, once again, more precise in here, but that's something that I think everyone can benefit from, whether, no matter what you're on. If you're not fasting, then you should be. Maybe not every week, but I mean, I do it every week, but at least once a month, without a doubt. There's no reason not to be fasting. There's a reason it's talked about so much in the ancient scriptures, the Bible as well. The ancient texts, ancient books, they all talk about fasting. It's extremely important, extremely beneficial, and helps you with other things as well, like discipline, self-control, some things that bleed into so many other things for our lives. So anyways, Book is live. I'm gonna post a link for Amazon. It's on Amazon. Got the Kindle and print version. Gonna do a hardcover copy. Hardcover is really just for us. I mean, who doesn't want to have your own hardcover copy of your own book? I wouldn't spend the extra money to get a hardcover copy. I'm just being honest. We don't make much money. Like, we make $1 extra from the hardcover copy, so we're not getting any extra money. It's really like, I mean, the idea of the hardcover is when it sits on a shelf, you know, you're really just gonna see the spine, and I was able to have more room to work with the hardcover, so the spine looks a little bit better and cooler. But I mean, to pay another $10 or so for a hardcover is a hard ask, and not necessary. Get the Kindle. It's even free if you have Kindle Select, where you can pay $10 a month. So we'll get it on there. Print version, $24 on Amazon, and then we're gonna eventually do an audiobook. So I know I like to listen to stuff in the car while I'm traveling places. So eventually there will be an audiobook as well for those listeners that don't enjoy reading. I know some people say that they get it's easy to get distracted. They have trouble, like they kind of like drift off as they're reading. I know a habit for myself I will do is I'll start to read out loud, and that helps me refocus. So that's an option for you if you know if that happens. But anyways, yeah, super excited. I feel like it's just perfect timing. That was why it felt so important to get this book out. And I wouldn't say it was exactly a rush, but I mean, it didn't take very long, because it was just taking our knowledge, me and my brother's knowledge of, you know, 10 years each, putting it together and just putting it into a little short form. And there may be more books in the future where we go into more detail, but this is really just to be like, you know, some practices you can take for health, some actual real history, and make you want to go look further into these things. You'd be like, whoa, I've never heard of that before. I don't know if I believe it, but I want to know further. And at least you know where to search. You know what to search for, because you can't go looking for answers and start digging if you don't know even where to begin. So that's the whole point of this. And it's really about getting more of the message to everyone. This is for posterity. This is for everyone to raise our frequencies together, and this is the perfect time. Everyone knows, as we're going to the Age of Aquarius, where all this information, all the old information that was known, is recycling back, coming back, right? And that's in here. It's right here in a really easy readable format. So yeah, that's it for today.